Her postman, city, hood, click. Oh man, this is ridiculous. This stuff I've been going through lately has gotten really, really ridiculous. I had to go create a whole nother live stream to even make this happen. It's, I don't know. StreamYard is doing something that I haven't quite figured out yet. And I got to go in there and play with it because I haven't been on live, but it's been doing something like flippity. You know, it's been very flippity. There we go. Postman, postman. Do you understand? Postman. Making peace in the land. Keep your head high, let the homies inspire. Turn pain into purpose, rise above the fire. From the streets to the mic, the wisdom is real. Hood postman teaching lessons you can feel. Every chant, every word, every scratch, every beat. West Coast energy, you can't compete. The streets are made for everyone, that's why they create a sidewalks. Turn my circle into a square, that way I can see who's in my corner. The lion and the tiger may be more powerful, but you ain't never seen a wolf perform in the circus. Kings don't wrestle with clowns. Cool. Holla, 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 holla. Hood postman, hood postman. Hood postman, make it understand. Hood postman. He doing one hand. Hood postman. Do you understand? Lock the door. Lock the door. Shout out to the Mailroom Nation and the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Mail. Been having problems with StreamYard. I don't know. I guess when I create the channel, it puts on two different shows, and I haven't figured out because I tried to delete one and use the other. You can't do it. You got to leave them both. And then I guess they decide. I don't know what StreamYard is doing. It's like it's really confusing from my side, guys. And I do apologize for this late delay. But shout out to the Mailroom Nation and the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Mel, the Hood Postman. Be sure to click that notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below so when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the first and the 15th. Welcome to the mail. When you come in, take a look at your mind, examine what's in your heart. Go anywhere in the world to get a couple of lies, but you come right here to get the truth. And the truth you shall receive. Today we're going to talk about our beloved brother, comedian Mike Epps. He made a couple of things. He made a couple of he got backlash against Mike Epps and his take on flexing and prison. Was it misguided? Was his take on that misguided? You know, because there's a bevy of people, right, that every day join this internet, whether they have a trained mind or they're educated or not, they just say some of the outlandish things. And I think that Mike Epps, he didn't mean no harm because he's a great comedian and he has great, because here's the thing. You got to sometimes look at the social science aspect of comedians because that's what they do. They look at with society and then they turn it into a funny, right? And sometimes they miss the mark on it. I like Corey Holcomb, 5150 shows. Shout out to him. I like Mike Epps. I definitely like Eddie Murphy. Doing his time. But yeah. But anyway, so when you see some of these individuals, because I've been watching the Bree Basie guy, I've been watching the Aaron Plummer guy, I've been watching the Blueface. Now Blueface is arguing with him, talking about he don't know what he's talking about. I mean, he has a right to his anecdotal. It's anecdotal. It's an anecdotal opinion. If he feel like if you've done 30 years in prison and you come home and you're not, you still on whatever you own and you're not being motivated or guided or pushed in the direction of saving children and making sure they don't go do that 30 you just did, then I guess he had a problem with it. This is what he said.
Those are the wrong journeys to celebrate, young men. There's no reward for coming home after 30 years. You don't get no care package. You are a failure. Get your out here and help these kids. Now, pay that back forward. You see what I'm saying? That's the reward. I got.
Was that a little Was that a little rough? Was that a little hard? I don't know. What do you guys think about that statement? You know what I mean? I mean, was he actually telling the truth when he made that statement? Was he telling the truth? Was he not telling the truth? Because I said a long time ago that if you committed genocide against your own people, then I mean, this is just my thing. I don't particularly subscribe to that, or any individual that's come back and wants to be celebrated for that because he's home now. If he participated in the annihilation of his own people, I don't get into that, and I don't hold. I mean, I don't think nobody should be swayed by my opinion or any other opinion. Everybody have the right, the entitled to their own opinions, and that's just the way that is. I'm trying to get this tablet together, and that's just the way that is. And so he said a lot of different things, guys. And then we see these other guys. Because here's the thing: a lie doesn't care who tells it. It just don't. You know, he said he made another statement, and I got to agree with this one on there. Let's listen to this one. I really got to agree on this one. Because he was kind of spot on with this one. He was spot on. Let's see where he at. It was funny. It was funny, man. And let's see. Here we go. Bam. Nope.
Those are the wrong journeys to sell. Let's talk about slavery. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I don't give a fuck where you been. We're still on the plantation, brother. The privilege that they give black people, that only black people can flex on other black people with, because that's all you can do, because you can't flex on the motherfucking master, because he gave it to you. You go out there and flex on your people, because if you flex on me, your ass is in trouble. And what you got, that's my fuck up money. I spend that in taxes. So go be a king to your own people. But don't come over here and act like you're a king to us. And if I catch you biting and snapping back at me, I'm gonna take that shit from you, embarrass you, and make your people talk about you and turn on you again. That's what they do to us with that shit. You know you can't take it with you. You don't own this shit. That's the only fucked up thing about having something more than your own people. You can only flex on your own people.
Is that true? You can only flex on your own people when you have more than your own people? Because if you go outside of it and you flex on them other people, them people that really create all the rules and make up all the situations, the rules in society and how things work in society, are we not allowed to be in competition with them? And if you do decide to go in competition, do you wind up like Diddy? Do you wind up like Bill Cosby? Do you wind up like Michael Jackson? So there's a reason why you see like the Bob Johnson and the Stewart guy and the Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan and Oprah Winfrey's. Why they don't get together and put their money together to help black culture, help, because they got billions, right? If there's only 40 million black people in this country and they got billions, why couldn't they just get together and put their money together, their resources together, and every black person could be rich? Why? We have to ask those questions, because here's the thing. We believe is like the absence of evidence. To believe in something means you're not sure. You don't know. And it's the same thing with faith. It's the absence of evidence. So if the evidence is not there, the science and the mathematics and the algebra and the physics and the biology, the chemistry, if it's not there, then what the heck is really going on? Then you get all these other individuals, they talk about these secret societies of black boule and all this stuff. You got to be like, man, is this stuff really true? Because why are these people, they have all this enormous wealth. They have just a lot of wealth. and you can't get them to do nothing. Not as a collective that's going to help the whole entire black people. No, they're not doing that. But you'll see this government take billions and billions and billions of dollars, drop it in Israel, drop it in Ukraine, drop it in Argentina, and yet just homelessness and all this different peace everywhere around in this country. But yet they take the money, your tax dollars, and take it to other countries and do whatever they need to do with them. And we sit here and argue over Republican and Democrat. You know, you got black people that come on here and argue to death, and that's what we seeing with this internet stuff. Everybody don't. Everybody shouldn't have a mic. I'm sorry. Everybody should at least have some sense of awareness of, because again, there's a bevy of people on this internet that shouldn't be. You know, if the black man to the black man, it costs nothing. From black man to black man, it costs nothing to lift each other up. Just being there from one another, understanding that we have a great deal more in common than we do not in common. And yet, we're so divided. I'm still trying to get the tablet together. Because I like to see the comments. And if I can't see the comments, then I'm kind of frustrated about that. I know what I'm about to do. Yeah, it's a mess. And every day I come on here, guys, and I've been absent a little bit because I don't like to see. Here's the guy, Bree Brazy, right? Allegedly, he jumps on the internet and he talking about somebody nailing somebody and all that stuff. And you got all this time, my guy, and yet how are you able to be on the internet the way you are, like it's normal? And you're saying some of the things, you're saying some very controversial things, and I don't know if they true or false. I don't even care about that. The fact is that I know you got an enormous lot of time, and you're getting on this internet and saying things, because again, a lie don't care who tells it. It doesn't. And I'm not saying that him directly is lying, but what is his overall agenda? What does he hope to accomplish by being on the internet versus being in the law library? I think the law library would be his source, would be his tool, would be his sword that he used to fight for his freedom, to gain access to another open door and an opportunity to be outside, to be with his family and the people that genuinely love him. But now I hear that something's going to happen to him. You know, I don't know how true it is. I don't even like to get into that, but sometimes we got to talk about it to understand what's happening. That's just how it works, I guess. Let me do this. I guess, I don't want to be the person that carries the bad news and jump on the internet every day with the bad news for everybody. I don't want to be that person. I know they got plenty of people to do it. I don't like to do it. And then you see Blueface, who recently's come home. He took right off, man. He jumped on the internet arguing and dissing dudes on their neighborhoods and all this different stuff. You know what I mean? Like it was like it's just honorable or something. In the '60s, guys, and a lot of you won't understand this. Um, we were so together because we had to up to the voting rights in 1965. We was forced to be together. I'm talking about families living on the same block, same house, same households, and everything. back then, that's when, your auntie, your mama, your cousin, everybody can whoop you because you're doing something wrong. Being unruly, being mannish, being inappropriate, whatever the question may be. There was multiple people that could come in and handle you on that situation. And then I saw this guy. This is what really cracked me up. This guy right here. Here we go. Here we go. Let's look at this here.
Versus 100 YNs. Who winning? No guns.
Hey, real talk. You just ended all y'all chances right there. No guns. Guess what? We got it. Straight up the Unks winning. Straight from the shoulder. Bro, we go wear y'all ass out. We grew up fighting outside.
We use a slap box for fun.
Now, 100 Unks against 100 YNs. What would that really look like? You know what I mean? I don't know. I wouldn't even want to see it, but it's just interesting that this is what you find when you come on the internet. I haven't been on the internet for days. I might look at Instagram or Facebook or something, but not necessarily YouTube, because I don't really particularly be listening to anybody, because I don't want whatever their framework is to wind up in my judgments and in my opinions. But there's sometimes when I see clips of certain things, I'll say, okay, I think that deserve a little commentary. I think that deserve a little clarity, and I see certain other guys that just take it just too far, take it too far, and then you see Aaron the plumber. I don't know what happened to him. He in the hospital or something. I saw that, and I didn't even care to even necessarily read, because I know he's a controversial individual and he caused a lot of problems for himself, by just jumping out there and saying some things that maybe he shouldn't have said. And now he got to deal with that, That's where we at with it. Let's see, it's 28. What's it? That's where we at with it. Let me. So shout out to Marlon and Williams for being down and standing there. Jack Williams, Little Bad, Big Homie Diz, 7-4. I appreciate you guys for being in the chat and bearing with me, and for me to navigate this YouTube and Instagram. Well, not Instagram. StreamYard. I think StreamYard don't change the format, right? And what they're doing, they open up a vertical and a horizontal. And if you delete one, you can't get on the other one. So I gotta run them both, and I don't know. I guess that's just the way that's gonna have to happen. But shout out to I wanted to do a piece on him. I'll do it later, but Chairman H. Rap Brown, SNCC organization. He was the chairman. Him and Stokely Carmichael, very, very influential people. He had the famous statement, "Burn this MFer down." He had became, well, according to them, he radicalized. They said he was radical. No, he was just fighting for his people. He was an intelligent black man. He's a superhero. And he was chairman, and then they was into the nonviolent protest, right? But then when the Black Panther Party broke, they decided to break ranks with SNCC and join the Black Panther Party, and they strengthened them. Now you got Elvis Cleaver, you got Geronimo Pratt, you got Monche Apprendi, John Huggins, you got Huey P. Newton, and all them brothers. Now you got Elaine Brown, you got Cleaver, his wife, Elvis Cleaver, Angela Davis, right? And you got all these individuals, all these brilliant, beautiful people coming together for a common cause and a purpose. And yet we still arguing about a blue rag and a red rag or orange rag or what front. And then we got to tell people to drop the flag and all this different stuff. Shout out to Hocus for Fifth out there in New York, for stepping up. We don't need it, man. We got too many labels. Crips, Bloods, GDs, Hebrews, Muslims, More Science Temple, Hare Krishna, all these different things we are. And yet we're divided. These things are simply divided. Like I said, that to believe is the absence of evidence. Because you can't believe and know something. Because when you know something, it's true, it's authentic, it's there, it's facts. Because there's a contradiction and non-contradiction. And there's this excluded middle. And then there's the identity. You can't believe something and know something. Believe is doubt. It's the absence of evidence. So when these beautiful brothers and sisters came together in 1968, because Stokely Carmichael and H. Rap Brown, who came Jamil Alameen, who later was convicted for gunning down two police in Atlanta, they gave him a life sentence back there. He just recently passed this November the 24th. I was in the feds with Muhammad, who hijacked the airplane and wanted to fly to Algiers, Africa. Man, when you meet these type of people, you're talking about they are like walking computers. Super intelligent, man. Super intelligent. But they had to get to that point to where they took the lies out and replaced it with the truth. And there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of disinformation. There's a lot of just information in this society that's keeping you off balance. That's keeping you on a wobble. It's keeping you on a spin. You know, the indoctrination is not education, it's indoctrination. Like I said, it's not an indictment, but an enlightenment, as Malik would say. And if we don't get on the ball, we're going to suffer forever, be doomed to the mediocrity. And we'll keep falling for the okie doke. We'll keep listening to certain individuals that have untrained mind. Is a mind that has chaos and doubt and fear, lack and scarcity. That's what an untrained mind is. Why would you even listen to somebody like that? Why is that person even having you're taking time out your day to go in there? Look at that. Did y'all hear that terrible rap that Blueface made? That's not even music. He's mumbling. What he said? Shit, on Chitsu, you know, and he's got the and then all that. I don't even, Willie Lynch in full effect. I don't even know how we even get there, how we even arrive there to where we can let these individuals come in and take up our time, our precious time, because there's only 24 hours a day, 8 hours for sleeping, 8 hours for working. Then you got another 8 hours between business and relaxation or taking care of your business or doing other things, running errands, right? Then it's all done. How do we find time to let clowns? Because here's the thing, real kings and queens are not wrestling with clowns. We got to quit buying tickets to the circus, guys, because there's a lot of circus individuals on the internet. And they do it for, whatever reasons they do it for. And I'm not particularly talking about anybody. It's up to your perspective. You got to do an introspective on yourself to understand who you are as an individual. Look in the mirror. It's the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror. Why are you allowing this stuff to consume your time when there's not enough time in the day to even be fooling with a lot of this stuff? It's missed opportunities. While we're doing that, everybody else is gaining access. The community, the Asian community work well together. The Jewish community works really well together. The Caucasian community works well together. The Hispanic community works well together, but the blacks, they too busy killing one another. and talking bad about us. So I think what Mike said has some truth. We're too busy flexing on each other. I remember there was a time when I used to be like worrying about rims and music. Man, I don't care whatever the music come with the car when I buy it, that's good enough. What type of rims they put on the car, that's good enough for me. I mean, but I had to build up to that, learn that. You know what I mean? I didn't just overnight understand really I was just wasting time. Now when I go look at my portfolio or look at my investments and look at my 401ks and all this different 3 different bank accounts and all this stuff, and I look at it and I'll be like, it's like, do I really need to go buy that? Or do I really need to go buy that? Why am I buying it? Why? Why am I buying it? Because money is a byproduct. Give me the ability to do the things I love to do and pay people to do the things I don't want to do. Now I can do a great job on my car, but I'm not doing it. I'm paying somebody else to do that. I got time for it. Again, it's not enough time in the day for me to be wasting time with that when I could just simply pay the guy that's particularly his particular job. He specializes in that. Take care of that. In other words, find what your specialty is, what you're good at, what you crafted at, what brings you joy, what brings you the necessary life that you want. Because the life that you have, you fashion it with your own 2 hands. Going to a Blueface concert or going to some of these other ridiculous rappers concerts. What happened to the time in the rap when we had the medallions, the black, red, black, and green, and the big boots and then all this different stuff, and we was pumping fists and had natural combs and naturals and stuff. What happened to that? Why did that go away? Because that's who we are. Not all this stuff with this drill music, this nihilistic, dark, murderous type of music that went from gangster rap to now to drill. And now we just call it perpetual folly. Perpetual folly is that the dog that returns to his mommy. Don't look it up. Don't take my word for it. So again, it's a bevy of people that has indulged in and invested in that, and they seem to be quite. I'll call you back, guys. Seem to be just extremely engaged in that for whatever reason. It's not worth it. John Conti, what's going on, bro? I'm just sitting here rapping, man, just rambling. I had the band, but the internet was tripping. I had to figure out what StreamYard is doing and not doing. I haven't been on here in a while, but I'll fix it to where we can get Bam back on it. But then now I'm talking about the Mike Epps situation, backlash against Mike Epps for his take on flexing in prison. Was it misguided? No, I think he's entitled to an opinion. He's a social scientist. He's a comedian. He looks at society, and he's in a way. But I don't think he was being. I think he might have just been being serious at that point. But I think his specialty, his gift, is just making people laugh. So if he has something serious to say, I think people don't like that. They just want him. They want him to make them laugh. They don't want him to, have this objective approach or this big old ideal opinion. It's all anecdotal though. It's about how much energy you give it. And yet we're caught up with listening with some of these people. I say, man, it's terrible. I tell you, it's terrible. It is terrible. Internet has gotten crazy, 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 crazy. Crazy. And then when you see people like the young Bree Brazy, I feel for that young man because he has an enormous lot of time and he's caught up in a system that he's learning piece by piece, day by day, that he was targeted. He fit a demographic that was going to definitely wind up in that circumstance and situation, but the depth of it was going to be up to him. So whatever his crime was, is what how they calculate the time, and then they encapsulate him, put him in an entombment. It's like living in a bathroom for the rest of your life, eating out of a locker, eating Roman noodles and hot steaks or whatever that stuff they be eating, hot chips and stuff like that. Most of them people, and then you hear about all these different people come out and be, you know, coming out there with cancer. They do all that time, come home, have cancer. You know, be exposed to them old prison asbestos and all this different stuff, mold and mildew and all that stuff. You know, can you imagine if the medical is bad out here, what it's like in prison? I remember in the 60s and the 70s, man, you go to the hospital, man, they whatever it was, man, they'd take care of you. Now they just prescribe pills now. They just hit you with some pills. They don't even try to, they don't even try to figure out, you know, a cure. There's no cures anymore. Nobody's trying to cure anything. They're just trying to pacify it. What's going on, Mike? King Mike in there? What's going on, King Mike? I gotta get King Mike on here one day, man. Let him come and talk his stuff. Evolution period. Professor, this is a different day and a different age. You're right. Let me see. Let me go back to this. I want you guys. This is like wow to me. This is wow. I don't even like to go there, but it's just wow. Let's go there. Let's go there. Here we go. No.
Versus 100 YN.
I can see a video of two homies, dead homies, fucking, having sex. Little braids and Tricky nailing each other. Dead homies. Doing another gang member nailing each other and recording it. Look, what's this? Your boys. I click the video. First thing I see the pipe and two things hanging out. The dead homies. What's this? I click it off. I tell bro, he hear me. He say, nigga, that's Antoine and Tricky. I said never. I said what they.
I can't even listen to no more. But can these people ever speak without saying dead homies? Is that even possible? Is that even a thing that where they can talk, have a clear communication without saying dead homies? This man is talking about watching somebody nail another person, and it's like, wow. And then now he's somewhere sitting up in the infirmary, allegedly. Somebody don't put the knife on him. Because I don't know if it's because that controversial piece right there. I don't know. And all I can do is pray for the brother. I'm gonna go see Rolo soon, and maybe Rolo can give us a little clarity on what Bree Basie, who Bree Basie is, what he's about. I just talked to Rolo yesterday, so yeah, he cleared the path. So I'm gonna go up there and see Rolo, sit with him, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this stuff. Cause Rolo be having a perspective, man, that just supersedes a lot of different things. But because Rolo kind of lives off the grid. I've been to his house. I've seen he grows vegetables. He raises chickens. He grows all kind of different stuff, guys. Of course, he has a marijuana farm as well. And then he has that what's that dog name? He got them cane corsals. He got pit bull, but he got the African Bora bulls, that killer dog. Don't even let that dog out, bro. Don't even let that dog out. And then he got all these knives. He got like 100 knives, swords and daggers and knives and different things. He's different cat. But anyway, guys, I don't want to tie y'all night up, man. I'm gonna come back. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a Bitter Dog Bruno story, possibly tomorrow if I can get it in, because I think I need to do. I want y'all to know who Bitter Dog Bruno was before you guys start seeing him. Everybody think he's just a dancing now. Bitter Dog Bruno was a hog, a beast, a mammoth. So we're going to talk about Bitter Dog Bruno in the next couple of days ago. But I appreciate each and every last one of you guys. You guys are amazing and incredible people for coming on each day. Every time I come on to listen to me ramble and take out your time of the day. I don't want to take up too much of your time because I know how valuable the time is. I know how valuable it is because it's valuable to me. So I know it's valuable to you. With that being said, Professor Melly Mill, Church Movement. But go ahead and lock that door. Just watch it. I'm just watching. Don't mind me. Just watch it. Church Movement. But go ahead and lock that door.
Cali Finders, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga. Streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products to the feds get me. It's guap off top. Diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a pro fish the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shining. That's hard work, proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. Ali, bad man, and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me, that's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking, and I don't talk about it, I just make it happen. Word on the block is that the shit go.
Lock the door, because we are gone.